If you're lazy, it's because you don't have energy. And maybe the reason why you don't have energy is because you're not doing something in your life that feels like it's your purpose. Maybe you are completely out of alignment with your purpose in your life. And you have to wake up every single day and force yourself to do something that you don't want to freaking do. And so maybe in some sort of way, you're out of alignment with the universe. You're living a life that is not in line with your soul's purpose, the reason why you were put here. Now, I don't know why you were put here, and you might not know why you were put here. Why don't we try to figure it out then? See, things should give you energy, not take energy away from you. So if you come back at the end of the day from work and you're exhausted, it's not for you. And there's two different types of exhaustion, right? There's like good exhaustion and there's bad exhaustion. There's like good exhaustion where it's like, man, you're tired, but your heart's so full. You're like, that was amazing. Today was great. And you feel fulfilled. Like after a really good workout, you're like, oh man, that was really tough, but I'm glad that I did it. A bad exhaustion would be like you come home exhausted, you're dragging, you're tired, you're thinking about having to go back to work again tomorrow and you don't want to do it. And so it's a physical exhaustion, but more than anything else, it's like actual mental exhaustion. I want you to understand that is taking energy from you. I said this recently on the podcast, but I really want to hammer this home with people. You know, I teach a lot of people how to grow their businesses. I consult with a lot of business owners. And a lot of people want to build a business, but they're like, oh, but it just takes so much energy to build a business. I'm like, yeah, that is true. It takes hard work to build a business. It takes energy to build a business. But it takes a lot of energy to do something that you don't love for the rest of your life. Like I've worked jobs that I hate before. And it takes a lot more energy to wake up in the morning when you hear your alarm go off and get up out of your comfortable, warm bed to start getting ready for a job that you don't enjoy. And then to take a shower and get dressed and have to look a certain way to go to the job that you don't enjoy. And then drive and get stuck in traffic for 30 minutes. And the whole time you're on the way to a job that you don't enjoy. And then you get to work and you have to be there for 8 or 9 hours and you don't enjoy it. And then you have to get in your car and drive home and be stuck in the same traffic again with all of the same people who also don't enjoy their job. And then you get to your house and you have what? 3, 4, 5 hours before you have to go back to bed. Then those whole 3, 4, 5 hours, you're thinking, oh my God, I got to go to bed and I got to eat and I got to do this because I've got to go back to work again tomorrow. And then every one of those steps that I'm talking about takes so much, not just physical energy, more so mental energy, because you're thinking to yourself, oh my God, I've got to do this for another 30 fucking years. That takes way more energy versus putting energy into something that you actually love. And so what I found is that there's like an intersection of energy and purpose. I believe that the universe operates on the principle of alignment. And we will be right back. Hey, I want to interrupt today's episode to tell you about my sponsor. It is me, myself. If you didn't know, I obviously have some coaching programs outside of the podcast to help you learn and grow and become a better version of yourself. Step-by-step programs and processes to help you become better in your life and create the life that you want. If you want to learn more about it, you can go to coachwithrob.com. Once again, coachwithrob.com. Check it out. And let's get back to the episode. If you look at everything in the universe, everything is like perfectly aligned. It's crazy how like intricately aligned everything is. From the stars in the sky to every single cell, all 40 trillion cells in your body function optimally when it is in harmony and it's in its purpose. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. And everything in this universe is made of energy. It's the most important thing in this universe is energy. And so similarly, our energy levels are directly influenced by how aligned we are with what is our life mission or what brings us joy or what we feel like we should be doing. So the way that I have seen, and I've gotten from being around other really successful people that are fully in alignment with what it is they want to do, and also being myself years ago when I worked somewhere where I didn't want to and I felt completely out of alignment and I started feeling anxious and depressed and sad. The longer that I stayed, the longer that I stayed out of alignment, I realized like when we're in sync with our purpose, our actions feel more effortless and we're invigorated by the tasks that we have to do. And so like I started thinking about this too when I was writing my book a couple years ago. And I started thinking about like, I've heard so many people say like, oh, when you write a book, it takes years off of your life. And I started dreading the fact that I had to write the book. So I took a team trip and we brought my team members out to Sedona and we spent like 3 or 4 days in Sedona. And then I decided to stay an extra week by myself in a house in Sedona that was looking at the mountains and I could go outside and I could write the book. And the night before, I started dreading, oh my God, like this is going to be so hard. This is going to be so hard. And I had this moment of realization and it was like, no, it's not. Like this is what you were made to do. Like this will be, and I came up with this phrase, it's going to be easy and it's going to be effortless. It's going to be easy. It's going to be effortless. And I kept repeating to myself, it's going to be, that's what you're made to do. It's going to be easy. It's going to be effortless. It's going to flow through you, right? It's not coming from you, Rob. It's coming through me. I just got to make sure that I stay aligned and not get in the way of the message. So I kept thinking that. The first day, I had the entire outline for the book done. Like part 1, part 2, part 3, every single chapter done. Like the outline of it. I was like, this is crazy. And by the time I was done within a week, more than half of the book was done. So obviously I spent a lot of time editing and changing and researching and hiring a neuroscientist to go through and make sure the stuff I said was correct. But I felt so in align with what I was doing and that this is the thing I was supposed to be doing that it lit me up and I had so much energy to do it. On the other side of that, when you're misaligned, when you're not in alignment, it's almost like when you're aligned, the universe provides energy for you because this is the thing you're here to do. And when you're not aligned, you have to come up with the energy yourself. And that's why you feel tired and you feel unmotivated. It's like swimming upstream in a river. Like no matter how hard you try, you barely get anywhere and you feel exhausted and you feel demoralized. And it's like this feeling of like, we're barely moving. We're just wasting a lot of energy spinning our wheels. And I've been there before. So I want you to think about this for a second. Maybe the reason why you feel drained all the time isn't because like you need more coffee or because of the fact that you need another time management strategy. Maybe it's a sign that you are out of alignment with the reason why you're alive. Maybe it's the universe's way of like nudging you towards introspection and realignment. Maybe it's the universe's way of like being like, how hard do I have to push you down for you to finally listen to me? And so for you, you might be in the place where you're like, man, this kind of makes sense, but Rob, I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do with my life. That's a great place to be. That's a beautiful place to be because now you can discover what that is. You have to find what it is that you love. And so people always ask like, well, how do I do that? How do I find my purpose? And, discovering your purpose isn't really a straightforward answer. And more often than not, what it really requires you to do is go, okay, think about this for a second. In the life that I currently have right now, maybe you're 45 years old. I'm 45 years old and I am completely out of alignment with my life purpose. I don't know what my purpose in life is. Well, what that shows you is that everything that you've done in your entire life for the past 45 years has shown you what is not your purpose. So if you continue doing the same stuff you've always done, you will never find your purpose. So maybe what it's doing is it's requiring you and asking of you to step out of your comfort zone, to embrace the unknown and start doing something different. Do things that you've never done before until you find what you're passionate about. If you're unsure of what your passion is, doing the same things repeatedly over and over and over again, it's not going to bring you any more clarity. You're not going to discover something new. It's like you're not an explorer. You're just following the same path you've always done. You've got to kind of step in and put your hat of the explorer on and go, well, I'm going to do new things. There's something out there that I love. What is it? And so what you really need to make sure that you do is start becoming the experiment. Experiment with new experiences, right? Try new things. Try a new thing every single week. Make a pact with yourself every Sunday. I'm going to take up a new hobby and just see if there's anything that I like. For the next year, 52 new hobbies. I'm not going to keep all of them. Some of them will be like, okay, that was cool. Some of them will be like, oh, that was pretty amazing. And then start using them to find something that you like. You might, like one of my friends, super successful guy, he sold his business and he was like sitting there and he's like, I don't know what I want to do with my life. He's like, but I'm going to start doing new things. So he sold his business. He's kind of hanging out. He's bored. He feels like he's lost his purpose because he's got no business anymore. He's like, I'm going to start doing new things. So he started, going on boats and doing skiing, and he started doing other stuff. And then one day he played pickleball and he's like, this is actually pretty fun. Like I really enjoyed what I did today. So he's like, pickleball is actually really fun. So he got a pickleball court built at his house. And then he just started having friends come over, pickleball friends come over, right? And he had recently just gotten a divorce as well. Friends come over, play pickleball. Nobody's really good, but everyone's starting to get a little bit better. They're improving their skills. They're getting a little bit better. He ends up getting really obsessed with pickleball. He meets a woman who's a really good pickleball player. They end up getting married, and they are now in the process of opening up a huge place in Austin where they're going to have pickleball courts all in Austin. He is obsessed with pickleball. He would have never found it if he didn't go, well, I want to try some new stuff. That's what I'm trying to say to you. Maybe you fall in love with pickleball. Maybe you find your soulmate at pickleball like he did. Maybe you try pickleball and you're like, this is stupid. I'm going to try something else. Doesn't matter. The point is just to try new things and see if you can find something that you love doing. When you expose yourself to different experiences, you start to find little teeny tiny things that start to resonate with your soul. And so then what I want you to do is make what I call a happiness blueprint, which is make a list of activities that bring you genuine joy. Right now, before you go and find new things, and after you start finding things, just add it to the list. And this happiness is basically like your life compass. If it feels good, if it gives you energy, maybe there's something behind it. Maybe it's guiding you towards some sort of experience that lines you with your inner self. And you have to realize prioritizing your happiness isn't like a luxury. It's a necessity for a fulfilling life. It really is. And so doing things that make you happy is like hitting a power-up button in a video game. You should be trying to put as much happy things into your day as you possibly can. So you might not have energy right now. If you look back on the past couple of years of your life, you might be like, yeah, I'm just kind of forcing myself to do something in this life. Maybe the reason why is because you just don't have any purpose right now. That's okay. It's easier to take action when you know your purpose. And so, a really good thing is I can give you 4 journaling questions that will help you start to rediscover maybe what your purpose is and what your passion is something that you might want to do. It's a thing called Ikigai. If you've listened to the podcast for a long time, you probably heard me speak about it. It's basically just 4 questions. The question is, what do you love? So just write that down and just make a massive list of everything that you love. It could be from ice cream to puppies to pickleball, public speaking, whatever it might be, self-development. So what do you love? Next one is, what are you good at? The third one is, what can you be paid for? And the fourth one is, what does the world need? And then I always like to add a 5th one in there because I think it's not in there, but it's really interesting, is what are you really interested in learning more about or trying to do? I think that if you find something that you've kind of done, but you don't really have a whole lot of experience, you're like, man, I'm really interested in learning more about this thing. That might be a little bit of a pull into the direction of where you should go. And so I want you to understand, because then you start doing these things and time flies whenever you're doing them. You get lost in these activities. The reason why you get lost in those activities is because the energy is there. You don't have to come up with the energy. The universe is giving you that energy because this is what you were here to do. But it's also the reason why time moves really slow when you're doing something that you hate and you're dragging your feet and you've got to force yourself to do the next thing. You have no energy. It's the universe communicating to you through the thing that the universe is made out of, which is energy. It's taking your energy down so it's like, do something different. How many times do I have to tell you? It's the universe telling you, hey, this ain't it, man. Universe is always speaking to you. The question is, are you listening? This is the reason why you can see 2 people who are 50 years old and one person can look 40 and the other person can look 70. Because one person is just doing something that lights them up and makes them happy. And the other person has just been forcing himself to do something for the past 30 years that they hate. Doing something that you hate, something that's soul-sucking, is exhausting. What a waste of life. So what I hope you do is I hope you start to hopefully this kind of perked up your ears a little bit to think, you know what, maybe I should start finding something I love. Maybe there is more things that I could be passionate about. Maybe there is something that I could do and I could enjoy much more. That's all I wanted to do. Try to find something that brings you joy. And what you'll find is that you're not as lazy anymore. It's easy to take action. Hey, thanks so much for watching this video. Based off of the algorithm and what YouTube knows about you, they think you should watch this video right here. So click that one to watch it. And if you want to subscribe right here.